Don't wait for me. You can, of course, have those breaks. So, as we always do, we can get a position. We'll start with our marching. So nice and easy. Marching on the spot. If you want to march around your room, then of course you can. But we're going to stay marching on the spot. And remember, the higher the knees, the harder it's going to be. The quicker those legs move, the more you're going to get that cardio going as well. So take this warm-up as whatever you need it to do for you. And then from here, you're going to try and keep those legs marching if you can. And we're going to roll the shoulders back at the same time. So remember, you do not have to do two things at once. You can stop the marches and just focus on those shoulders. Last one, backwards change, going forwards for me. Again, if you can keep marching, please do. If it's a struggle, you can stop. Lovely. And last one, perfect. Now keep the legs still. We're going to take the arms back, so nice big circles with those arms. Getting them warmed up, ready for that arm sequence that's going to come soon in the class. Remember, if you're with somebody or you've not got a lot of room, just check before you start circling those arms. Change, circle them forwards for me. Lovely. Again, just check your surroundings, check where you are. Don't hit anyone or anything. And then we're going to go into our lovely heel digs. So you're going to have heel down, toe pointing up to the ceiling, and that supporting leg, you're going to give it a bend, you're going to allow it to soften. So you're not going to lock those knees, keep it nice and soft. Remember, the more you can really stretch out that foot in front of you and push back in the hips, you're going to work those thighs and those hips a little bit more, but take it however you need to. And then we're going to go into our lovely twist. So just have the legs a little bit wider than hips. Hands up for me at the chest height, palms facing down. Twist that torso, looking over the back shoulder. Come back to centre, and you're going to go the other side. So nice and slow. No jerky or sudden movements. But really looking over the back shoulder, keeping the hips forward. All right, so it's just the torso that's moving, nothing else. Perfect, really nice. Lovely. And then just do one more on the other side, coming back to centre. And we're going to go into hand to opposite knee, okay? So lifting up the knee, and the opposite hand just comes to touch the front of the knee. Now remember your technique, so the leg needs to come directly in front of you. At the minute, mine's going to a bit of a diagonal just because baby's in the way. The higher the knee, the harder it's going to be. So if you can get that knee high, you're going to be working extra hard. Remember, take it easy, keep the legs still, and you can just switch between using the hands. So you don't have to lift up the knee if you don't want to. And the last thing you're going to do is we're going to do some lovely spotty dogs. So you're going to have two arms forward, one leg back. Bring them in, two arms forward, the other leg back. All right, so you switch between the legs. Okay, so it's always two arms and you change legs each time. Arms forward, legs back. And remember, you can make this nice and quick to really build up the cardio. You can really push that leg back to go into a nice lunge. And that's really going to fire up those thighs again. Lovely. Awesome. And just do a couple more. Last one. Just shake it out. And we're going to go into our arm sequence. So, what I'd like you to do, we're going to reach those arms in front and we're going to pull them back. All right, so you reach in front, pull back. Lovely. Reach and pull. So when you're pulling back, you really think about your shoulder blades meeting in the middle of the back. All right, so if you can get those shoulder blades to touch, you're really going to be working hard. Keep the elbows high if you can. If you need to, of course, you can lower and you can kind of do the same motion, but sort of hit your ribs so you can make it a bit easier. Higher shoulder height is going to make it harder. So really squeeze those shoulder blades in. Awesome. Couple more going to the front, and then we're going to change, and we're going to have the hands going down, lifting up. All right, so down, lift up. And again, elbows really high for me, so nice and pointy. Lovely, really good. And again, the hands are coming in towards the armpits, elbows pointing to the ceiling. Really good. And then you should feel this. It's a good one. Again, if you want to make it harder, grab some weights and you can make it harder. Couple more here. And the last change we're going to do is you're going to reach those hands all the way to the ceiling and you're pulling down. So you're going to reach, pull down. So when you pull down, the hands are aiming to the shoulders, elbows are pointing down to the ceiling. Reach it, pull down. Really think about you're grabbing onto something and you're pulling it down. Those weights in the gym are a good one for this. Lovely, really nice. Couple more. Last one. Lovely. Just drop the hands. You need to shake out. You need to roll the shoulders. Do so. Do whatever you feel like you need to do. Right, this next one is our kangaroo jumps. So, what you need to think about is there is going to be something next to you, or imagine there is something next to you on the floor. What you need to do is you're going to jump over it to land on the other side. Okay, so you're going to jump and land over it on the other side. So, I'm not going to do this because baby is in a very strategic place and I don't need to embarrass myself on a Zoom class. So the easy version for you here is what I'm going to be doing is we're going to do a nice wide squat and then bring the legs together. So you're going to do a wide squat, bring the legs together. That's the easy version. The hard version is you're going to do a big jump to get you to the other side and then you're going to keep jumping backwards, forwards, all right? So you're going to jump it. Easy version, you step it. Okay, so choose your version. We're going to do 10. Okay, so just be prepared. We're going to do 10. Of course, you can do half and half. You can do half easy version, half hard version. Okay, so choose your option. 3, 2, 1. Here you go. Roll on. Big jumps if you're jumping. 2. Nice. 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're jumping, you want to go faster than you. 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Awesome. You jumping there. Looks really good. So with that, when we do that again in the second round, if I forget to say, those of you that are jumping, momentum is too slow because we're stepping. Please speed it up. Just as long as you do 10, you're all good. Okay, so if you feel like you need to speed it up, please do. Okay. Right, your next one is, I think we might have done this in the Pilates session, I can't remember. We're going to do you're going to take a side step to the side, then you're going to have opposite hand, you're going to come down to the opposite, to the foot you've just stepped out. Bit of technique though, as you do it, you're going to twist, the knee bends, you're going to go down, and then you come back up, bring the leg in. Okay, then you do the other side. So you would step to the side, twist down towards it, bring the leg in. Repeat, step, twist down, and bring the leg in. All right, so it's a really, it's a kind of a side half lunge to get you a little bit lower. And remember, with flexibility or confidence, you don't have to go all the way down to the foot. So as you twist, you can either aim for the knee, for the shin, or for the toe, come up and then close the legs and step to the other side, okay? So just think about what you're comfortable doing. We're going to do 20 of these. They're nice and easy, nice and soft, okay? So when you're ready, I'm going to count. If you want to go slower, please do. Off you go. Step, twisting down, come back up, close. Other side. Number 2. Back up and close. Number 3. Lovely. 4. And 5. Nice. Nice, really good. 7. 8. 9. Making sure you're coming all the way back up. And then you're going down. 10. We're halfway. 11. 12. 13. Let's get a little bit quicker if we can. 14. 15. I'm getting kicked. 16. I can't concentrate. 17. Someone might have to count for me soon. 18. 19. Last one. Awesome. Okay, same with the whole stepping thing. We're going to do our step crosses. So just to recap, your pattern is going to be a step, cross the leg in front, step, cross the leg behind. If you have had any surgery on your hip or you've had a hip replacement, do not cross your leg, okay? So if you've had a hip replacement on the right, you can't cross that leg, but if your hip's fine on the left, you can do that, okay? Because with a hip replacement, you don't want to knock out that hip alignment, okay? Really, really, really important. So if you have anything with the hips, your pattern will be a step together, okay? If one leg is fine and one leg's not, you can, of course, step, cross, and then step together so that you can do alternate it depending on which hip is the problem. So that's kind of the safety and technique. To make this harder, you're going to come up onto your tiptoes and you're going to stay on your tiptoes. So same pattern, step, cross in front, step, cross behind. So you can do it flat feet or tiptoes, completely up to you. Remember, the smaller the gap you can make the feet, the harder it's going to be, all right? We're going to do it 4 times. Set up, pick where you're going to go, and off you go. So you're going to do a step, cross in front, step, cross behind, step, cross in front, step, cross behind. Get to your limit, and you can go back the other way. Think about your posture as well. So where are you looking? If you're looking directly down the floor, just tilt the chin up a little bit for me so you're not going to hunch those shoulders. Really important to keep that posture because otherwise you're going to get some bad habits. Last time for me, step, cross in front, step, cross behind. Lovely. And then when you've done that last one, come back into the screen. Awesome. Right, your next one's going to be your lovely wall push. So find your wall. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to take you through the technique again. Just in case we've got, I think you've all done it, but I'll just quickly whiz through. So, hands come onto the wall. You need to make sure that your arms are in line with shoulders. If you want to make it nice and easy, you need to bring your feet closer to the wall, okay? If you step the legs out, it's going to make it harder. To make it really hard, really have a nice step out, and what will happen is your heels will come off the floor, which is fine, you're just making it harder, all right? So really think about where your feet are going to go. When we do a wall push, the elbows point down to the floor for me, and then you push back up. So elbows point down, and then you push back up. If you want to make it harder, you can do it one-handed. So one hand goes behind the back, one hand on the wall, okay? And you can do one-handed push-up. When we do this the second time round after the break, then you would do the other arm to even it out, okay? So you can do a one-handed if you wish. So we're going to do 15. Get those hands up onto the wall for me. Get your feet ready. Decide where you're going to place those feet. And off we go. So we've got 1 and 2. Lovely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. 8, 9, 10. Half. No, not half. We're going to do 15. 11, 12, 13. 2 more. 14. Last one. 15. Come off the wall for me. Roll out those shoulders. Perfect. All right. Move that back round. There we go. So your next one. 2 more, and then we're going to go around. We're going to do a sprint. So, which I don't think we did a sprint last week. I think I forgot. Which is my fault, but you're lucky. So let's all warm up the legs on the spot for me. March them up and down. And remember, with the sprint, you can, of course, you don't have to do it all. All right, you can, if you wish, do a little bit, and you come back to marching. So again, it's completely up to you. All right, get that marching a little bit faster, just to warm up those legs a little bit more. So when we're going a bit faster with the march, just reduce the knees. The knees don't come up as high, so we can really get those legs working. And light jog for me. Lovely. So we're going to do our first 30 seconds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Nice and quick. Quick legs, quick arms. Sprint away. Focus on something. Remember. Breathe.
Arms
Bring around the room if you need to. You don't have to stay still. If you want to take a little route, by all means, you are halfway with these sprints. Nice and quick. Use those arms. 3, 2, 1. March. Nice. So 5 seconds here. Big breath in through the nose. Breathe it out through the mouth. Use this as your recovery time. We're going to do another 30 seconds. Of course, you can stay marching. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Another sprint. Come on. We can do it nice and quick. Use the arms. Power through. Keep up it. You're doing really well. 15 seconds left. We've got this. Focus on anything. And 3, 2, 1, march. Very good. March it out, march it out. Big breath in, remember. Out from the mouth. Or the sun's come back out, which is nice. Lovely. Really good. Okay. One more exercise and we've got to our halfway point. So what we're going to do on the floor is you're going to do bicycle crunches, okay? So, let me see if I can get down first. So, if you're going to come onto the floor, I'll just show you what you're going to do. So, you've got a couple of options on the floor. Your first option is going to be a nice and easy one, okay? So your first option, you're going to be nice and flat on the floor. You're going to have your knees pointing to the ceiling, feet flat on the floor. You're going to have your hands at the side of your head. And you're going to come up and you're going to target your elbow towards the opposite knee. Come back to centre and switch. Okay, so that's your easy option here. The higher you can lift the shoulders, the harder it's going to be. Your medium option, hand goes on the floor, they stay there, you bring your legs in and you ride a bike. Okay, nice and easy. The higher the legs, the harder it's going to be. Lower the legs, the harder it's going to be. Sorry, higher the legs, easier, lower the legs, harder. Final and hardest option on the floor is you're going to do both at the same time here, okay? So you're riding the bike and you're targeting those elbows. So that's your 3 options on the floor. If you're going to come onto the chair with me, once I get up. If you're going to come onto the chair, we're quite similar in a way. So you're going to have the feet flat on the floor, and then you're going to have hands again, opposite, hands on the head, and then you're targeting down, elbow opposite knee, come to centre, switch. Alright, so that's your easy version. Your harder version, you might need to come down the chair a little bit to do this, and then you're going to hook hands underneath the chair or on top, and you're going to ride that bike, pretending that you're riding the bike. If you really want to make it harder in the chair, you also can do them both. I can't demonstrate that because of baby, but you can also do legs and the shoulders together. Just be mindful that you might again need to come forward because you do need a slight lean back. You don't want to lean back too far on the chair. So lots of options. I'm going to turn so I can face you all. A couple of seconds to face, depending on what option you're going to go with, either on the floor or on the chair. So think about when you're on the floor and when you're on your chair, again, think about which option you're going to do. So hands up, side of the head for me to get ready. We're going to do, let's do 20. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We go 1 and 2. Nice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lovely. Arms above the head, stretch those legs out. If you're on the floor, lay nice and flat for me, stretch out those abs. And we're going to have our lovely break. So if you're on the floor, nice and slowly coming up for me. Have a drink. We're going to do it all again. Me. I'm just going to be back in a minute because I've got a little tinker bouncing on the bladder. So 1 minute and I'll be back. All right, everyone all right? Good. I think we're all fine. Lovely. Margaret, is your cake all right?
Yeah, my cake's just done, I think. So
I can smell it.
I've still got to put marzipan on top. Yeah.
Oh, don't.
They're parcels and my eggs.
Oh, very nice. I might have to have a cake after this class now. You're making me hungry. Perfect. Right, so let's go into round 2. So just remember it's going to be a bit harder now because it is round 2. Plenty of water and a rest if you need to. We're going to have those holds as well, depending on what exercise we do. So again, just save some energy. You don't want to sort of burn yourself out and not be able to continue for the rest of the class. So just bear that in mind. I don't know if you can hear that. I've got, I think the planes are out training. So if you can hear any RAF planes above me, I'm sorry. Hopefully they go away. So let's go. Should have backed door for a minute while they fly over. So let's just march for me on the spot, just so we can wake the body back up, having that little break. And it reminds the body that we're not quite finished. We've got a little bit more to do. And then we can rest. Lovely. So we're going to do that first exercise again. So legs hip width, or if it's more comfy, of course you can widen them. It's up to you. Arm sequence, reach those arms in front of you and pull back. There we go. Lovely. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Remember, squeeze those shoulder blades together as you pull back. It's really going to work those arms. Easy version, you can lower the arms and kind of do it at sort of rib cage height. Shoulder height is going to make it harder. Lovely. Couple more. And then let's change. We're going to go down and pull up. Down, pull up. We've got it. Really good. So remember, you're pulling up towards those armpits, elbows pointing up to the ceiling. Really working those shoulders. Lovely. And then last one, change. We're going to go up to the ceiling and pull down. Up and pull down. So remember, those hands are pulling down towards the shoulders. Elbows point down. Lovely. Really nice. Last one. We're going to do a little hold. So arms out to the side for me. And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Roll those shoulders out. Stretch the arms if you need to. we're going to go into those kangaroo jumps. So, again, as a little recap, remember, you're going to imagine there's something next to you and you're going to have to jump over it, okay? So you're jumping over. That's your hard version. Your easy version, we're going to do a nice deep squat and come up, okay? So choose your option. We're going to do 10. Like I said at the start, those that are jumping, if you need to go faster for your momentum, then please do, okay? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. 9. Last one. 10. Very nice. If you've just done those kangaroo jumps, you need to just march it out just to help that heart rate, then please, please do. Straight into the next one. This is our side step. So just quickly, you're stepping to the side. You're twisting down to try and touch that toe. You come up, bring the leg in, step out to the other side, twist down to touch the toe, and again, bring it in. Remember, target knee, shin, or toe. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we've got 1. Lovely. 2. Making sure you come fully back to stand, and then you go down. 3. And 4. 5. Really nice. 6. 7. 8. We're all doing really well. Keep going. 9. And 10. We're halfway. 11. 12. 13. Baby does not like this one. 14. Keep going. 15. 16. Come on, give me a few more. 17. 18. Come on, we can do it. 19. Last one. 20. Awesome. Really nice. If hips are playing up, if that's a bit too much, remember, walk through the heels and you'll be able to release that tension. Straight into then our walk with the crosses. So remember, the easy version, you're going to do it flat on your feet. The hard version, you're going to do it on your tiptoes. Now, to make it even harder, I'm going to add in another task. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to do 2 things at the same time. What you're going to do is when you step out, arms are going to come out in front. As you cross, the arms also cross. Okay, so if I was to do it to the side, step out, cross, out, cross, out, cross. So I'm asking your brain to do 2 things at the same time. So that's the mega hard version. So easy version, feet flat. Medium version, tiptoes. Hard version, those arms and legs together. Okay? Give it a go, see how you get on. So get yourself set up. 4 times, remember we're going to do their back. So, off you go. Choose your version, either tiptoes or flat on the feet, with or without arms. It's up to you. Nice. So remember, every time you step out, those arms are to the side. Every time you cross, those arms cross. Lovely. Looking really good. Reduce the gap between the feet to make it even harder. I'm really challenging your brains today. Don't hit anybody as well if you're with somebody in the room. I've just realised that. Lovely. And then on your last one, come back into the room. Now you're ready. Carry on if you are, no rush. Lovely. Right, let's go into our wall push. Are you ready? So, get yourself on your wall or a door or anything that's going to keep you stable. We're going to do that hold, remember, on this one. So we'll do 15 wall pushes and then we're going to hold. So in your hold, you need to make sure that you go down and those elbows point down to the ceiling. If you did a one-handed wall push, this time use the other hand for me, okay, to balance it out. So, get yourself nice and set up. I would say get comfy, but it's not a comfortable exercise. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15, go back down and hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push off, lovely, roll those shoulders, really nice, okay. Let's go. We've got a sprint, and then we've got a floor, and then we've got a cool down. So we're nearly done. Nearly done. So let's warm up those legs for our sprint. So let's go with our marches for me, as we did before. Very nice. And remember, you do not have to join in for the whole sprint. If it's too much, you come and do a march. It's not a problem. Get the march a little bit quicker for me so that reduce the height in those knees, make those feet quicker. Let the arms just nice and relaxed by the side. A light jog for me. Very good. All right, are you ready for that sprint? 3, 2, 1, off you go. Sprint, 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 nice and quick. Quick legs, quick arms, really powerful arms. It's really important to use them. It will make it easier for you, I promise. You are halfway in the sprint. If you want to do loops around your room, go for it. You don't have to do it on the spot. 3, 2, 1, march. Lovely. Remember, this is your breather. So, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Really important. So, next round, 30 seconds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Nice big sprint. Come on, last one to finish. It's a toughie, but a goodie. Keep those legs going. Keep those arms moving. Focus on anything. Move around the room if you need to. You are halfway. Keep it up for me. You're doing really, really, really well. 3, 2, 1. March it out. Big breaths, remember. Don't hold that breath. Lovely. Okay, your final breath. We're going back to that floor. So decide if you're going to go on the chair or if you're going to go on the floor. We are going to have a hold. So if you are on the floor, just realize you can't see me. If you're on the floor doing your bicycle crunches, your hold is either you're going to have your legs out straight, okay, and you're going to hold them up off the floor. The higher the legs, the easier it is. Lower the legs, the harder it is. To make that hold harder, you're also going to lift the shoulders off the floor. Okay, so that's your harder hold on the floor. If you are on the chair, we're bringing our legs up off the floor and the hands are going to come out as well. And that's our hold on the chair. Okay, legs off the floor. So get yourself set up for me. Decide if you're on the floor or if you're on the chair. Think about all your different options. When you're ready, hands up by the sides of the head. We're going to do 15 this time and then a hold. 3, 2, 1. Here you go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Release the hands into your hold position. Hold, hold, hold. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. If you're on the floor, nice and straight for me, legs out, arms up on that chair, arms above the head, release the legs down, slouching back in the chair. Everybody just take a moment to stretch out those lovely abs. And then we have our cool down. So if you are on the floor, nice and easy getting up for me, take your time. If you would like to have another drink before you join me in the cool down, you can. There is no rush. Just join in when you are ready. If you can all just make sure your chair is available to come on in a minute, then please do. And your first stretch, you're going to have one leg in front, bend that front knee, back leg, nice and straight for me. Interlock the fingers if you can. Push them away and then tilt the chin down to the chest. Lovely. Release the hands for me. Change legs. Same thing. Front leg bent, back leg straight. This time, hands behind. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Lovely, really nice. And then release the hands again. Changing legs. Now this time you're going to have the heel down. You're going to push back in those hips. The supporting leg should be bent. And you're going to have your hands onto the thigh of the supporting leg. So you do not put the hands on the straight leg. You put your hands on the bent leg. Pushing back in those hips. And if you want to, hands can go down to the foot for an added stretch. And then come up nice and slow. Change legs. Final time. Heel down. Push back in the hips. Make sure you've got your balance. Hands onto the top of the supporting thigh. Again, you can go down to that toe if you wish. Lovely. And then coming back up for me. Next, we'll get onto this chair. Oh. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a static torso twist. So what I'd like you to do is the hand is going to come opposite hand under that thigh, other arm hook behind you, looking over that shoulder. Nice, making sure the hips stay on the chair. And then coming back to centre, you're going to go the other way. So hook under the thigh, over the back of the chair, looking over behind you. then back to centre. We're going to do those arms. So one arm across, pull it into the body for me. Remember to avoid those joints, so we're not holding the elbow or the wrist. We're going to be holding that lovely forearm. Nice. And then change for me. So the other side, pull it in. Again, avoiding those wrists and elbows. Oh, excuse me. Need a nap.
Took me off now.
And then let's do the opposite stretch. We're going to have the hand up behind the shoulder, onto the elbow, pull it back. Lovely. And then change other side. So the hand reaches up behind you, onto that elbow, pull it back. Making sure we're still breathing, don't hold that breath. Awesome, bringing the hands down, roll out the shoulders if you need to. And we're going to finish on our head. So we're going to look one side for me, then you're going to come through centre to look the other way. And then change, other side, going through centre, turn the head to look the other side. And last time, changing, looking to the other side. And then this time you're going to come to centre and you're going to tilt the chin up towards the ceiling. At any point you feel dizzy, stop and bring the head back to centre. And then change, looking down for me, tilt that chin to chest. And again, through centre, looking up, nice and easy. And one last time, looking down, chin to chest. And we're going to finish on those head circles. So we're going to do 2 head circles going one way, again, nice and slow, no rush. If you feel dizzy, then of course stop. Once you've done 2 going one way, you're going to change, and you're going to do 2 going the other way. Again, nice and easy, nice and slow, no rush. And then once you've done the 2 going the other way, making sure you bring your head back to centre. Oh, nice big breaths. And you have finished.
Yes.
Can't believe it, another Thursday.